The Sandman Season 2 Episodes 1 to 6 explored. Season 2 of The Sandman dives headfirst into mythology of the endless, expanding on the personal and cosmic struggles of Morpheus, aka Dream, as he tries to fix the mistakes of his past while fending off forces that seek to challenge his power. If you thought Season 1 was intense, these first 6 episodes push the stakes even higher, reuniting the endless siblings, diving into Dream's doomed romance with Nada, and placing the literal key to hell in his hand. Let's break down everything that went down, from Destiny's cryptic prophecy to Dream's painful reunion with his long-lost son, Orpheus. Destiny's prophecy and the endless family meeting. The season kicks off with a rare, intense family meeting, summoned by Destiny, the eldest of the endless. Death, Dream, Desire, Despair, and Delirium all attend. The only one missing is Destruction, still absent from his realm, living as a so-called prodigal. Destiny shares a disturbing revelation. He recently encountered the Fates, who foretold a prophecy involving a king abandoning his kingdom, a clash between life and death, and a rekindling of an ancient war. Destiny doesn't reveal specifics, but insists their meeting was destined to trigger events that will change everything. Desire, being Desire, immediately stirs the pot, bringing up Dream's abandonment of his lover Nada and mocking his past mistakes. Delirium, as unpredictable as ever, laments the absence of Destruction, her favorite sibling. And Death, Dream's most grounded sibling, gently confronts him about his harsh judgment of Nada, reminding him of how he condemned her to hell for rejecting him. Those words cut deep. For the first time in 10,000 years, Dream begins to question his decision and decides to make amends.
Thank you, Lord Shaper, for showing mercy to Lord Azazel.
Dream and Nada, a tragic love revisited. We finally get the full backstory of Dream and Nada. Thousands of years ago, Dream fell for the mortal queen because of her strength and compassion. She built a paradise for her people, both in dreams and in reality, and Dream was drawn to her. Their love blossomed, first in dreams and then in real life, but the relationship was doomed. Nada's kingdom is wiped out by a falling star, and she believes their love angered higher power. She chooses to break things off and seeks redemption. Dream, however, refuses to accept her choice. He gives her an ultimatum: rule beside him in the dreaming, or be banished to hell for eternity. She chooses the latter. A proud, cosmic being like Dream couldn't handle rejection, and so he condemned her. Now burdened with guilt, he sets out to rescue her from Lucifer's domain. But there's just one problem. The last time he was in hell, Lucifer swore vengeance.
You were saying?
No.
Hell is empty and the devil is done. Dream gears up for war. He sends Cain ahead to warn Lucifer and prepares for a battle with thousands of demons. But when he arrives at the gates of hell, he finds nothing. Lucifer appears alone, exhausted and disillusioned. She's quitting. Lucifer hands over the key to hell, declaring it her ultimate revenge. With that key, Dream is now a cosmic superpower, but also a target. Everyone will want control of hell, and they'll come for him. Before departing, Lucifer has Dream cut off her wings, symbolizing her break from divine duty.
Ruler wields more power than any entity in any other realm.
Dream becomes a reluctant keeper of hell. Returning to the dreaming, Dream is overwhelmed. The key to hell isn't just symbolic, it's power. Enemies line up to take it from him. Death refuses the responsibility. So Dream becomes the unwilling gatekeeper. Soon, delegations arrive, each staking their claim. The Norse gods, Odin, Thor, and a trickster Loki freshly released from prison, offer to take over. So does Azazel, a terrifying prince of hell who claims the throne by right. The chaotic, shivering Jemmy of the Shallow Brigade and the ultra-logical Lord Kildekin also make offers. Susanoo Makoto, the Japanese storm god, offers himself as a humble yet competent ruler. And the fairy delegation, led by Clurakin and Lady Nula, pleads not for power, but to end an ancient pact that condemns their people to hell. Dream listens to every offer, some noble, some terrifying. But it's Azazel's offer that cuts deepest. He reveals he holds Nada inside him and threatens to torture her unless Dream gives him the key. Choosing the lesser evil, Heaven gets the key. Dream weighs the offers and holds a grand banquet in the dreaming. 2 angels even arrive, not to compete, but to witness. The night is chaotic. Bribes, threats, manipulation, and political game. In the end, Dream makes a bold and controversial decision. He gives the key to the angels, arguing that if hell is heaven's mirror, then heaven should take responsibility for it. It's a move of balance, of philosophical symmetry, and one that shocks everyone. Azazel lashes out, revealing Nada inside him, but Dream being his own realm, overpowers a demon, rescues Nada, and traps Azazel in a prison of nightmares. As the parties leave, Cluracan leaves Lady Nua behind as a tribute to Dream. Though she's devastated at being treated like a pawn, she chooses to stay. Meanwhile, Loki secretly switches places with Susanoo Mikoto to escape his fate, a move Dream silently acknowledges but doesn't expose yet. Nada's final goodbye. Having freed Nada, Dream hopes for reconciliation. But Nada is not the same woman he fell in love with. She calls him out for his hypocrisy, his selfishness, and his arrogance. 10,000 years of torture for one decision? No apology can erase that. She doesn't want his love. She doesn't want his kingdom. She wants freedom, to explore Earth on her own terms. Dream, for once, let's go. He gives her the freedom he denied her for millennia.
Things need not have happened to be true. Tales and dreams are the shadows.
Delirium's quest for destruction begins. Just as Dream begins to wallow in heartbreak, Delirium arrives with a proposal. Help her find their missing brother, Destruction. At first, Dream hesitates, but after talking to Desire, who suggests he's just looking for another excuse to find Nada, he agrees to join the quest, though he claims it's purely for Delirium's sake. Together, they begin tracking down people who once knew Destruction, but their search leads to disaster. The first person on the list, Bernie K-Pax, dies unexpectedly. Then they meet Ishtar, the goddess of love and war, now a stripper. She warns that continuing the quest might bring more death, and she's right. Her final dance unleashes her divine power, burning down the club and killing everyone inside, including Wanda, a trans woman, and their loyal guide. Dream faces the consequences. Wanda's death shakes Dream to his core. Desire confronts him, accusing him of using the quest to mask selfish motives. Delirium, furious and heartbroken, abandons him. Dream realizes he's lost sight of the real goal. He finds Delirium, apologizes sincerely, and promises to help find Destruction properly. They skip the next name on the list and instead go to the one person who may truly know where Destruction is hiding, Destiny. Destiny confirms her only hope is Orpheus, Dream's estranged son.
He wants me to end his life.
Why? Who is he?
Here's my son.
Orpheus, a tragic oracle. We get a deep dive into Orpheus' story, born of Dream and the muse Calliope. Orpheus was once joyful and in love with Eurydice, but on their wedding day, she dies. Orpheus pleads with Dream to bring her back, but his father refuses. So Orpheus bargains with death for immortality and enters the underworld alone. He almost succeeds, but he breaks the rule. He looks back and loses Eurydice forever. Devastated, Orpheus wishes for death. The kindly ones grant his wish in part, destroying his body, leaving only his still-living head behind. Dream rescues his son's head and entrusts it to priests on a remote island, vowing never to see him again. Now, centuries later, he must break that vow. Where it's all headed. As the 6th episode ends, Dream prepares to reunite with his son, the only person who can lead him to destruction. But doing so may mean facing the past he tried to bury. With Destruction already aware that his siblings are looking for him, it's only a matter of time before the final confrontation begins. Season 2 so far is about power, legacy, and regret. Dream is no longer just a ruler of dreams. He's a flawed god trying to atone. And in this new season, it's the choices of the past that shape the battles of the future. There's more prophecy, more politics, more pain, but there's also growth. And if Dream can truly change, he might just escape the prison of his own making. But that's a big if.